Inclusivity is a main pillar in our mission and culture at Options for All. We have 6 core values, and one of the first core values is every person matters, where we recognize those unique abilities and we celebrate the talents and appreciate those differences between us. Within our learning and development team, we've led several initiatives to increase inclusion throughout the organization, and they include things such as, we've developed a robust new hire orientation program. We've started a university program, which we'll talk about a little bit later, and quarterly manager training program, and just overall our staff training schedule. So we pride ourselves on living our values out loud and being that change that we want to see. And it's really nice that our leadership team is so diverse. They have tons of unique skill sets and backgrounds, and it just provides that quick snapshot of what equality and inclusion can do.
Now, our main challenge as an organization, at least within the Learning and Development Department, is going to be that retention. And I'm sure it's something that everybody has experienced within the last couple of years with the employment crises and all of that. So I just want to give you some insight into how we actually combat that. Well, the first thing here is going to be through our robust compliance training. And so within that is going to be the new hire orientation required trainings. This includes really critical skills that our employees need to have to be successful in their jobs. So things like nonviolent crisis intervention. So that's navigating how different behaviors need to really be worked through and how to navigate what that means. It's also including the safety training. So having safe really just making sure that folks are practicing these critical skills to not only keep themselves safe, but our clients safe as well. So everybody goes through first aid and CPR training. But within that, we also have annual safety training that covers bloodborne pathogens, HIPAA, and of course, cybersecurity, as you'll see there. But to just go back to that safety training component a little bit, not only do we have an annual safety training and not only do we include it in our new hire orientation, but it's something that we talk through monthly. So we have our different monthly safety initiatives that each program covers individually to just reiterate and reemphasize the importance of that topic. And of course, to remember it just a little bit better. So it's ready to go if it does need to get practiced. Now, our last component here is cybersecurity. And we all know that security criminals or cyber criminals don't discriminate. So they want anybody's information that they can get. And it's really important that we value this as a compliance training and as a safety training because, of course, we wanted to protect our employees' information. We also need to protect our clients' information. So just making sure and ensuring that this is something that everybody practices safely really helps. Now, the next component of our retention and how we really build that is going to be our organizational upskilling. So within this, it's identifying what are those performance gaps within the organization. And then from there, we create different trainings that you'll see Monique talk a little bit more about in the next couple of slides. But it's really focused on where we can identify those performance gaps and how we're going to build out training programs for that. Now, another huge thing with our upskilling is going to be that new manager training. So we do have the manager training program, which we'll talk about in just a moment as well. But every new manager goes through a new version of that manager training program. So they get all of those skills taught to them almost before they go into the next cycle of the manager training. So we cover different topics, delegation, making sure how to motivate your teams. And then also within that new manager training program, folks are able to actually use learning and development as that person to rely on when they have those different questions, when they're maybe not sure how to navigate a new situation. So we offer that really internal support of developing our new managers within their organization so that they can be the most successful that they can be.